on the unpopular opinion. Sister's point of view. ATS TV, Mexican News. Your host, Stradivari. Women's point of view. So let me ask you, sisters, you lady entrepreneurs. Sisters, here we go. Sound off. What is the worst song for children? How many littles in rap? Best habits or routines to pick up? Most costly and effective way to survive in America. So let me ask you, the unpopular opinion. And welcome to our unpopular opinion. I am Stradivari, Mr. B. And I just have a question, and just let me ask you, sisters, Miss Adrian and Tatiana. We're gonna play a little rap game. We're gonna talk about the littles. And the littles, we are the little. How many rappers are there in music that are named Little? So my first rapper, I want to say, I don't know whether y'all got lists, whether y'all got something, but my first rapper, I want to be like, yeah. So who is that person? Who is that person? Miss Adrian, you got this one.
That's Little John, baby.
Okay. So you got your little Miss Little John. Okay. So that is a whole portion of what we really want to kind of discuss today. We want to discuss basically all of the different aspects of these rappers. So, Miss Tatiana, we're gonna just kind of like go through a little bit of it. Do you have like a women's, like your woman's best little, Miss Tatiana? Do you have your woman's best little?
It's gotta be Little Kim. It's Lil Kim.
Okay, so I'm asking you about your little Miss Lil Kim now. So your Miss Lil Kim, why would you pick her? Do you no. See, I don't even like to do it like that. See, I'm a type of person, if you talk about Miss Lil Kim, then you gotta technically talk about one of her songs or one of the hooks in her songs in order to say that that's your best rapper. Sorry.
You said I gotta pick one of her songs?
And if you pick the song, it gotta be the hook of the song. That's how we go, Miss Adrian. No,
so I gotta sing the hook.
You don't gotta sing it. You could talk it.
Hold up,
girl. If you don't stop playing,
sing the song. I could talk it.
Stop playing. Come on, give me something
you
right now.
You put that line on
right
it
now.
right
Sounding
now.
Lil Kim sketchy.
I got my Pepsi can right here, girl. I got my Pepsi can right.
I remember Crush on You. That used to be my joint because she had all the wigs. And oh my God, I got a crush on you.
How'd that go?
My goodness.
See, I don't even know that one.
It was like my favorite joint because she had like all the wigs on, and it's the joint where she had the little bikini joint.
She had a lot of bikini videos and a little. What you mean? How'd the beat go?
Oh man, like you catching me in a bad time.
No, I'm catching you actually at the right
use
time.
my head.
I'm about to take your rap card right now, your Lil Kim rap card.
Can she phone a friend? Can she phone a friend? You know what I mean? Phone a friend.
Hold on. I think I got it. I know you see me in the videos. True. I know you heard me on the radio. True. But you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what your girlfriends mention. That's all I got.
Okay.
Hold on. If I go any further, it gets a little. He's a.
Got a different girl every day of the week. Okay. See, that's what I was trying to reiterate to you. You got to build your brand right there.
So,
you can't really,
I'm about to say.
You can't go on there and just automatically not understand what a little is.
Okay. And my Lil Jon is, you don't give it, throw it up. If you don't give a thing, don't throw it up. Don't start, no. Won't be no. Don't start, no. Won't be no. Sorry.
Yeah. Hold up. I can't do this.
Sorry,
wait,
that was.
I got a little Kim.
Okay. So you want to stay with your little Miss Little? So that's your top Miss Little?
Well, a top
for women.
For women, top, this the women Little.
We gotta put them on top. Yeah, it gotta be Kim, because the rest of them is somebody little. The only one that's important.
So you like Lil Kim, and you think Lil Kim is your top rapper for the ladies, for the little. For the laws.
For law.
For laws.
For law. What is it? I used to be scared of them. Now I told lips to them, and I handle it like a real check. And
what? Okay.
We can't even say the words. I was about to do it, but I can't even do all the words.
Okay. So why would you say
That's Kim. Oh wait. Put your lighters up.
Left eye.
Hey, that's what she said.
Okay.
She's like, hey, put your lighters up. Hey, put your lighters up. Hey, you know what I mean? We good to it.
Okay. So who else do you know as little for the women? You got another women little?
That would be now when you talk about songs and stuff, Lil Mo and Lil Ma.
Lil Mo is, can you live with this? Loving me for life. Let's make it last forever. That one.
Right. That I don't even know. And then the other one would be
you say Lil Mo.
My milkshake brings other boys to the yard. Not that, but just my milkshake brings other boys to the yard, right? Something like that.
Well, what's her name?
Little
That's not
Ma.
No, that's not Lil Ma. Little Ma is the lipstick chick.
That's what I meant. The lipstick. My lip stock be popping. That's what I meant. The thing
lip stock is popping. My lip
gloss that's her. That's her. My lip gloss be
popping. Okay.
Or does she do 4 wings, chicken wings, fried rice?
What? Which one is that?
I thought she did noodle soup with a soda on the side. I thought that was the joint with the little
That's what I'm talking about. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
Soup with a soda on the side. Who do that one?
That's Little Mo.
That's Lil Ma's joint. That's Lil Ma's joint. Lil Ma.
Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Lil
Ma do the chicken noodle soup.
Well, hold up.
Okay.
Lil Mama or Little Ma? I don't know which one it is. Who knows?
Oh, it could be 2 of them?
No.
Is there
why I think it's Little Mama. I don't know.
That's why we just go with Little Kim.
All I know is it's one of them littles.
The only one that pop up is Kim.
Okay, who else do y'all got as a little for the women? Y'all got any more littles for the women? Is there another little for women?
No more women.
Are you sure?
I don't have any.
There's some more ones, but I don't really know them.
What's their names? I might know some songs. I don't know.
Little people.
They that little.
You know,
so who you got for the guys then? Since I named Lil Jon, you got Lil Wayne.
I gotta give Lil Baby a shout out because Lil Baby is the one. Lil Baby right now is the one that done changed everything. He done changed the game up. I gotta give Lil Baby the shout out right now because he got the winning song with Kirk Franklin. I gotta give him a shout out.
What's the name of it? You can't be hitting stuff without the name of it.
We win. 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 Every time we win, we win. We win.
That's Lil Baby.
We win. We win. We win. We win. We winners. We winning. We winning.
Okay.
We win.
So it's a champion song. They try and play that song during like NBA or NFL,
Dude,
trying
that's
to get
just
somebody to
life.
catch on in that one.
That's life, like struggling,
Miss
surviving tough
Tatiana,
times.
you got some mixes of. I'm gonna see if I know some of the songs because right now y'all kind of sketchy. Miss Tatiana, you was sketchy on.
You kind of sketchy too.
On what?
You
on
ain't know
song?
no Little Kim song either. Look, I didn't hear you say one. At least I got the verses at some
Wait a
point.
minute. See, I didn't even want to talk about Lil Kim, but I was the security guard backstage when Lil Kim came to Delaware State University, right? Just listen real quick before I go to you. She was like, Miss Tatiana, I'm gonna be honest. She came in with a fishnet shirt on with pasties over her nipples, right? And then she had like that draped around her, and then she had like some type of underwear. It wasn't really nothing. And right now I'm gonna tell you how Lil Kim came out. She was real gutter back then. She wasn't playing. So she was like, which dude in here gonna come in here? And I ain't even gonna finish the rest. And everybody was like, oh, Kim. And then she started doing her rap or whatever. But she came out not playing, you know what I'm saying? She was like, after this joint over, all y'all dudes better come see me. I was like, oh, Lil Kim. So that's all I gotta say. So I know Lil Kim. I've done a live upfront concert with Lil Kim when she was with Biggie. Was Biggie still live back then? I think he passed right then.
Biggie died in 98.
Hold up.
I know my years they died. Yes, because Pac died in 96.
Yes, track. Biggie was dead.
Yep. But hold up.
I'm just trying to say.
Because
all her music was hot right at that time. All her music was hot when I was in school.
When Stanley and Benny birthday.
Okay, I'm just saying, was her music not hot right there at that time?
Lil Kim music always been hot.
But it was on fire right then. It was on fire.
I mean,
it was on fire. Okay, go ahead, Miss Tatiana. Who you got, Miss Tatiana?
What am I supposed to be answering? You done made me forget.
On the littles, who you got as? I'm gonna try to sing some of the songs or rap some of the songs. If y'all got some of the raps to some of these littles that you know.
I'm gonna tell you now, I don't know them.
I don't know that many.
Stop playing.
These new littles ain't really the littles that we know. We just told you 3, and we about to tell you the 4th, which is Lil Wayne. And after that, we feel like they just started littling out little too much.
Like, was it Lil Nas X, right?
Yeah, there's Lil
Nas X. Oh, I'm gonna take
and then you got Little Uzi. Don't forget Little Uzi Vert.
Say what?
Little Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert. The one that Lil Uzi Vert. See what I'm saying?
What Lil Uzi sing?
We don't know.
We don't know. We just know him because of what he dresses as, not his music. See, that's the difference. See, when you're telling us to do songs, we could give you a little Lil Wayne. We could give you a little Lil Kim. We might even be able to hit you with some Lil Mo. But then when you start moving over to like Lil Earth and Lil Nas,
you don't know Lil Scrappy? Lil Scrappy?
Scrappy.
What do you know? I know Lil Scrappy name.
What's a Lil Scrappy song? One Lil Scrappy song.
That's you making it.
Is Scrappy? Wait, I got is Scrappy the one
he on Love and Hip Hop.
I only know him from Love and Hip Hop and his mama. His mom seemed like she got more
clout than him. In 2006, rapping on stage with my video camera. I was on a 50-yard line when Lil Scrappy came out there.
I mean, Lil Scrappy. So sing rap it. Damn,
he still rap
there on the 50-yard line.
Last song. When was his last album? Because I remember Head Buster, and that's about it. And I don't even remember the words of that.
You don't remember Head Buster?
Like I don't remember the word. Like if you start singing it, I might remember the words, but it's kind of vague. He seems very TV-esque right now.
Oh, for real? So you saying has his career been tainted by TV? You think Lil
It's
Scrappy
not
career been
tainted. He
tainted
just
by
not.
TV? He not as hard as he used to be.
I'm not saying it's tainted. I'm just saying he's less musical than he was before.
I think he's a less
That's all
musical.
I'm saying, because Head Busters was like, didn't it go like we some head busters, right?
We'll
like,
knock a hater out. We some head busters.
So when was the last time that we heard anything like that where you go to the club? First of all, last time I remember I was in college, and that's why when we be in there, they be like, we're not even playing these songs no more because it's about to be a fight.
Right.
But
right. So
technically, I don't see him TV. I mean, I don't see him musically as much as I do TV. Like I'm kind of seeing behind the scenes between him and his baby mom, and then his mom trying to be in his business, and he kind of doesn't really fall musically as like a Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's not on TV shows like that, making the whole.
Yeah, but Lil Wayne, when he come out with something, he come out with some fire, like some fire.
And you just said what I said.
I mean, if we going with fire and ice, I'm just giving you my
right now. I don't get anything from Lil Scrappy
on these rappers. I think these
rappers, right, and I don't get anything from Lil Scrappy. And isn't Lil Jon in that song
when they're at their peak?
Well,
is there any other ones that you know? Then I named Lil Scrappy. What else you got?
I said Lil Wayne.
I said
who else
Lil
is there? Okay,
and I like Mr.
There's Lil Baby
for Lil Wayne.
Lil Flip,
like a cop car. Say what?
Lil Flip.
Well, Lil Flint. I don't know Lil Flint.
It's been years.
Lil Flint. I
mean,
I know Lil Boots.
Lil Snoop. See, look, I could do Little Snoop, but don't nobody know that music. I know that Miss Adrian might know that from Meeks being the young boy that got killed in Meeks. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, their music isn't, all the littles I know are like, either I don't listen to their music now or they like 15 years back.
All the little 15 years back. But it's Little
Snoop
right
actually
now.
got killed. Yeah, it's Lil Everything. They got like 200 of them.
It's 200 littles.
Yeah, there's a lot of littles.
Really? Name, give me 50. Give me 50. Give me the top 20.
So I gotta find a list and give it to you. Because I can't do that off the top of my head. There's like a Little Debbie, we said a Little Mo, Little Mama, which is Little Mama, Lil Wayne, Little Kim. Who else did we have? Little Baby, Lil Jon, Little C's, Lil Bootsy, Lil Trey. Who else we got? I said Lil Flip, that make 11. Little Bibby, I don't even remember the music he made. Little Yachty, she said Little UT, Little UT Bert. Oh man, I'm at like 16 right now, and you wanted me to go to 50, but I don't even know these people. Huh? I don't have a list. I could look it up because I knew that's something I could do, but I mean, these is off the top of my head. You asking me to go look for a list? That's totally different. This is off the top of my head. That's pretty darn good. I can only
give you off the top of my head. I don't know how many littles are they, but you said it was over 200 littles. That's in the music industry. That's amazing because it's like what 5 new ones right now. Is that the word? Is that the word phrase that you can use as a rapper?
Right. Little C.
Little?
Yeah.
No, it gives you another form of a name because, like, look at the baby. You got the baby. You got baby. You got the baby, and now you got Lil Baby. So what I was gonna say, on all of the littles, they all have their own like distinct sound. Like Lil Baby sounds like he's he sounds like Lil Baby. Now Little
Uzi, thought that sounding like with the low part on there, you gotta have like some type of auto tune to your voice.
No,
you don't.
That's who
he just saying that it sounds whiny. She said it sounds like a baby.
Like, so if you can tell the difference between Little Baby and DaBaby. Like DaBaby sounds like he's talking, so you hear words. When Lil Baby sounds like he's like, so it's different. Like Lil Durk is more like, I think Lil Durk be singing. Like when Lil Durk is the one that be singing. But then you got Lil Uzi, he's the da 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 da, like, you know what I mean? Like they all have their own different type of how they portray their little. And I think that's what makes them who they are, because I just think that this world today, the way that the kids are set up and the way that their minds are set up, like they don't have room for imagination and all that kind of stuff. So they can put little in front of something and become a completely different, it can be something. As opposed to us, like, well, damn, don't you got like 5 of them? There's another one? Yeah. Like, well, what he do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how he make a difference? But when I really started to listen, because Lil Baby is the one that really got me, because I was saying that it was Lil Baby, and they were like, no, Lil Baby sounds like a baby. And I'm like, what? And then when you start to listen to them, he really literally sounds like he's whining, like a little baby. And DaBaby sound like he is the adolescent kid, because he can actually speak in full sentences.
She called him baby's kids. That's what she just did.
And then, you got Baby. You got Baby, who's the dad of all babies. He's just effing Wheezy. Remember?
Right.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's the age. So that's
I just feel like it's catchy.
If you want to be a baby, now you're going to have to be little baby.
It's catchy. It's just catchy. I think they put little on there because it's just catchy for what they are. And like a name like Smoke ain't going to work. Lil Smoke work. Lil Pump work. Lil Durk work. The others won't work. But there's a lot of them out there. But I don't know their music.
Lil Durk work. Lil Squirt. Lil Skeet.
I mean.
Lil Star Skeet.
They got Lil Xan. Lil Skies.
Lil Pooh.
You go look through the names and you'll see they got all the names. But I don't listen to all that music because half the time I can't understand what they saying.
Lil Pepper, a little salt, a little season.
You be a funny
little seasoning.
I'm
just saying, I can give a lot of names now.
Right now, but that's making up names you have. That's not real rap names.
Lil Candy, Lil Caramel, Lil Juice.
There ain't
Lil
that
J, Lil B, Lil A.
There ain't that many females, littles though. It's a lot of males.
What you mean? It's a lot. I'm telling y'all.
I understand what you're saying.
Now I know now. Now I know what to do now. Now I know what to do. Okay. I know how to take it to the extreme.
That's extreme.
I know how to.
And I'm not listening to all that
here and just overdo. I can just overdo a whole album of Lils. You know what I'm saying? Little bit, little bite, little sharp, little teeth. You see what I'm saying?
You took it too far.
Little teeth, you get that joint? That joint sound little head. Low head. Like your head, his head big as a mug, but you got a low head. I'm sorry. That was actually a good one.
But I don't really feel that those people with the name Little really put a big impact on music. So their name is just catchy.
Little Time.
Right. You ever think about like that? Like when people put their name, like they might make their name close to somebody else. So when you search for the name, that you end up with yours in the music. That's how I feel about Little. I feel like they're just putting Little on there so they can get in the search engine so that their music can come up regardless whether it's trash or not. Just saying. That's my opinion.
Oh, so if you be like Lil Steve, Lil.
So you put LIL in your search engine right now.
Dang, was it Lil Mesquite?
That sounds like something that's supposed to be on a barbecue aisle. Like Condiments, little condiments. That's what you got now.
Really? Little ski.
But yeah, so
but y'all don't think about that though. Y'all don't think about the whole concept of
I just told
understanding what it is.
But I did just tell you what I think the concept is, because you put little in there and you put it in a search and there's so many that somehow you'll get some play. Like, I think people do this personally in any music. They'll pick a name that's close to somebody else's or close to what people like to hear, just so that they can get into the play. All you got to do is get somebody to listen to a second, and that's a view on a YouTube. It doesn't matter. So all I got to do is get you to come. It's not about actually always selling the product. It's just showing up, and whoever can do that more.
Oh, really?
Because how many littles did you know?
I understand, but that's a little.
What else? Why would you do it?
It actually make a lot of sense, to be honest. It make more sense than everything, because if you don't look at how the market is, it all shapes around you coming out into who you are, but you start out low and you just stay little the whole time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a catchphrase. Like, everybody just knows how little things are, so they try to make it big. Like, little mean big. It don't?
I'm guessing, but how many littles did we name that were back in the day littles on there? Little C's, little Mama, Lil Kim, Lil
Wayne. What you mean back in the day?
Like 1990s, early 2000s. There's only 3. There was only like 5 that we named. It wasn't until like now that there's all these littles.
Said it was only 5.
There was like 5. Name more than 5 that was from 1990. I'll wait.
5 and 9 after 1990?
No, in 1990, name more than 5 rappers that had little in front of their name that we listened to. I'll wait.
I don't know. Lil Wayne, was he in the 90s?
Yep. Okay.
Lil Jon.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Lil Kim, and that's what I was saying.
Kim.
Lil Mo. That way, and she not even a rapper. That's 4 right there. And Little C's in them.
Was there any other littles out there though?
That's what I mean. The name was really small, and like I said, now it's more of a catchphrase to something more than it being your name.
Did they even use it in the 60s or the 70s like that?
No,
Did they use catchy?
Lil Richard had the whole little. Lil Richard had the whole little. He said, "You gonna put some respect on my little. You gonna say Little Richard."
Oh, okay, Lil Richard.
But he was the whole little, not little. It was little.
I'll take Lil Richard for over 1,000 though. I'll take that one over anything else. Lil Richard is probably the best one right there. That's a good little right there.
But he's not little. He's a little.
Is there any other littles that y'all would really go for?
But she's saying something that you're not hearing.
Oh, he's a little, not a look.
A little, not a look. Right. There's a major difference.
It means a lot.
There is a difference. There is a difference.
Every word, every letter of that,
Yeah, and there is a difference. I can't even
just say you. But I did like how you said something about maybe like when they start off, because you're starting off and you're small and people don't know you, you come off as low.
Right.
And then you get bigger.
Then you get bigger.
So that means that before you know it, Lil Uzi will just be Uzi.
Uzi, yeah.
And Lil Durk will be Durk.
But Lil Wayne like that also, Wayne.
Right, but I feel like that also comes with like behind the scene things too, with like changing your name and records. Like you come out as little because later you know that you may not be able to keep your name. I found that like some like Luke.
What about him?
His original name being Luther, and he couldn't use
right.
it to get
Can't keep that.
Right, he couldn't keep it to get
that.
the money. P. Diddy turning Puff Daddy turning to P. Diddy, he couldn't keep it in order to keep his rights to his music. That sometimes
right,
happens
it wasn't signing
in music.
Something about signing and the checks and all that, yeah.
Right. So he could, and I mean, it happens a few times where you're watching, watching things, the name changes and you're like not really paying attention, but
right. Sean Puffy Combs, yeah, it really started to change into the little stuff like the P. Diddy's and stuff, right, the little baby stuff, baby, like these
who
little
else? Hold on,
small
I got
things
one
are
more.
really
Who else is it?
changing. You know what I mean?
Snoop Dogg. Had to be Snoop Lion when he changed over. If you looked at all his royalty rights, I believe that was another one.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he could not keep using the name under certain things.
Somebody might have taken a patent or something.
But I mean, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think Miss A may know, but I can't remember. I just know he could not use it the same way every time.
Yeah, that's where the Snoop line came from.
Okay. Well, that goes to my next phase. Since I think we done littled out, my next phase is what is the worst songs kids can hear in the music industry? Like you just wouldn't let them hear. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got, matter of fact, hold up, I'm gonna go to myself real quick. I got so many, actually. The first one I really want to go to is by Janaea Deco.
You gotta explain it.
Janae Aiko? Jesus.
Janae, what is it? Janaea Deco, right?
Aiko. Just say the song, man.
Oh, it's the Pussy Fairy. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's really explicit.
Pretty bad. After that song, I'm gonna just leave it at that one. So you guys can go with what you know on that. But which one you got, Miss A, that you wouldn't?
Honestly, what's the Cardi B song, the WAP song? I do not think that is an appropriate song.
She don't even want her daughter to listen to it.
But she shouldn't, and she deserves that because she's a good mom, which means something about her, which then says something about all of the other moms that allow their children to listen to it. However, I just don't think that that to me is one of the songs. Like there's a whole plethora of songs that they don't need to listen to. I mean, honestly, God, we could talk about that for like 2-3 days, I believe, especially like their lyrics and everything. But
right, it's just kind of serious, right?
But it's beyond serious. It's beyond
serious. That's
what
you would be thinking, but I wouldn't be saying it to the world.
What?
I would want a woman to say that, but to herself, but I wouldn't want her to say it to the world.
And you know what the sad part about it is? The sad part about it is with Cardi B is a married woman, right?
Right.
So in all of her marriage, in all of the marital bed and all the sexual bliss and everything, and why you're supposed to be, man and woman become one and all that kind of stuff, right? It's supposed to be a great song because she's a married woman. And that would be what she's doing to be explicit with her husband. But it didn't happen like that. It didn't show like that in the video. She's not with him. She's with Megan, and they're just talking about it in another type of a manner, which then, yes, makes it one out of context.
Okay.
Out of context, but definitely when it comes down to a child, it's just inappropriate. Completely inappropriate. Like anything. To me, it was like literally explaining sex.
Right.
David, I heard it.
I didn't know that
I was
before back in
offended.
the day they couldn't just openly have these things. Like people like Luke got banned for I Wanna Rock. Two
Oh, yeah,
Live Crew got banned for all of
Pop
this stuff
that,
that they
pop
talk
that,
about.
pop
While
that.
these other
Well, you can tell that's why things have changed. That's how you can tell that the world is going to hell in a handbasket, because they used to fight about not being
I'm
able.
for
They
real,
used to
Miss
fight
Tatiana
to
and Adrian.
change.
I'm talking
I
to both of
think
y'all.
so. What I'm trying to say is, so give me a second. Every
I'm
era
talking to
has,
both of y'all, seriously.
yeah, every era has terrible songs. Like I remember when the song "Pop That" used to come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Pop that, like all of that. Freaky Tales, all of that used to come on. Every era
Wait a minute.
has.
We got stories. We got stories. Hold on. Luke came to school one year, and I was there, and that was, when they used to,
He
he was
brought
like,
25 dancers.
and then, you jump up on the stage and all that kind of stuff. I was a security guard, so I kind of was sitting on the other side of
I
it.
took my
But
shirt off.
when I tell you, they had a ball.
I took my shirt off out
They
there.
had
I took my shirt
ball.
Okay, but
Uncle Luke
y'all talk
had a
about
great
college though,
show.
right? Hold up. Not to interrupt
Yes,
you, but
that's
you
what
are
I'm
talking
saying.
about
That
college.
was college, not for children.
Right.
But he was banned. He
Not
was
for
banned
children.
after that, though. He got banned after that.
But the
Luke.
Yeah, but
point
then
that
he
we're
also ran for
making,
mayor.
you said kids. We not
He ran
kids
for
at
mayor.
Uncle
18.
Luke. Uncle Luke. That's all
And
I can
that's
say is Luke. Uncle
He ran for
Luke.
mayor.
Luke.
He ran for mayor. So that means he had that much influence.
Luke.
so every
All I
time
can do is say it like this. Luke. Uncle Luke. He was the greatest entertainer I've ever seen in my life as a college person. Oh my goodness, the best thing ever. Sorry. Ever. Uncle Luke.
He's talking about the 25 girls that he brought on the stage.
Yeah.
He brought 15 girls and 10 guys. What are you talking about?
He's not talking about
He didn't need to
He
bring
brought
girls because the
15
girls
girls
were
and
going to
10
be
guys.
in the audience going like,
that.
what are you talking about?
We were already
Our
there.
girls was better.
There.
Our girls
Because
was better. I had a better time just dancing with Del State
first
women.
of all,
He just got us
we're
loose.
not
He just
gonna.
got us ready and acclimated to taking your shirts off, taking your,
Okay, but listen. First of all, you're not gonna tell me there was more women than there was men at the college. Yes, in documentation. Okay. So there was no need to bring that amount of women because the women were going to be there. So that's why there was 15 women and 10 men, for the simple fact. Like, I know how this all works. It works the same way every single time. And every generation has one. You've got your Lukes, and then you got the Genuines, and then you got your next forums, and then you got the kids you got now, where
it was a great college experience. That's all I gotta say about it. It might have been my number one concert next to Busta Rhymes. So, as I'm saying that, I mean, when it comes to age appropriate songs, we got to really understand what's the benefit of an age appropriate song. Basically, the world today doesn't benefit from educational songs that's going to be able to benefit to make a kid better. Like if a younger kid comes out with a song, how appropriate will he be? What's his actual delivery? What is he building amongst himself to push his actual brand as a musician and as an artist? The best part about it is I am a musician and I'm an artist. I'm a music teacher, so I will teach about the industry even though I'm not super in the industry. And you have to understand what is the benefit of the songs that you're putting out there that's going to make children believe. Like there's no believing in any of these songs. Even a dance move, you got to think about what are the moves. Like we talked about the littles, but what was the moves that half these songs are that people build and make? What is the benefit and the power of the song? There's no Michael Jackson heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me. That's I don't remember the last time I heard a more effective song other than somebody losing their life. And I don't want to talk about a death song. I want to talk about and actually healing your soul, protecting your body, protecting your mind, what's going to make you a stronger, holier person, what's going to give you the drive to make a lot of money, not flaunt the money, but make you have a lot of money. So me going into the understanding of what are the real songs out there, ladies, do you know what is a real song versus the worst song? So what is, I mean, well, any R. Kelly song technically is a non-kid song because you can't even play R. Kelly because what he did, right? I mean, not to say, but can we put R. Kelly, his whole soundtrack album, Trapped in the Closet, all that can't go for kids?
That wasn't kid-based related though. R. Kelly, that's
so what's a kid-based related song that's not appropriate? I mean, Old Town Road to me, I mean,
none of those songs are really age appropriate. Like I'll be honest with you. I work in a school system. There's no songs that's kid age related really appropriate. It's all over their age. You have to put on Kidz Bops and try to change the words of the whole song for it even to be something that we could play at the school. So when you saying make it relatable, it's not. They don't have like singers who still, we don't got no Anita Bakers. We, you know what I mean?
If y'all can,
we don't have no rappers to like. There's none of that. Tell me
where you name this group, Miss Tatiana. At the playground, you know, that's where I saw this cutie. She looked at me, and then, do you know that song? We ate Cheerios.
You know, and
Miss Adrian, who is that?
ABC.
That's ABC, right?
What year was that?
Is going to get a cutie at their age. So that's what I'm saying. That was back in the day. It's worse now.
What about Mr. Telephone Man? Pick any song. I could go through every year and pick one. None of them are good.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with my line when I dial my baby's number.
Yeah, because she was cheating. Like, come on. All of it has something that's overtly to something else. It doesn't matter.
The blessing of it is most children in all of their innocence don't know what the song
is.
Right.
And we, the adult, put our dirty minds on it and mess up an entire moment for a kid.
You know what? I never thought of it that way. But
I tell people that all the time, even as a kid is sitting there and doing the twerk, as we call it, the twerk, but yet it wasn't really the twerk because it used to be something else. You know what I mean? And at the very end, if you go all the way back to African dancing, it's called giving the drummer some, baby. It ain't nothing but moving your hips and giving the drummer some. Okay?
Giving the drummer some.
And it's cultural. It ain't got to do with no twerking or nothing like that. And we've allowed things to happen. And now it's like, oh, they twerking. Shut up. You don't even know what they're not twerking. They're doing something that we used to do. And we used to do it all together in the dance. So it was a routine. Right. Like we did it. This was our dance routine now.
But it was criminal, but they didn't used to say it like that. Like, see how you say give the drummer some?
Right.
And that's the way it started.
And your body moves to the drummer.
That's cultural. That's cultural. That's African dance. Give the drummer some. That's how it all started. That's how the hips move. That's why we are rhythmically like that, because of the rhythms of our culture and our that is what we do. We are the
that's why I like go-go music, because it's with the congos.
Exactly. So that's why it's like go-go music is embracing. So, but at the end of the day, people used to look at go-go dancing and call that wrong. Like that's why a lot of people call the shaky butts, you know, like, well, we call them the shaky butts. But back in the day, they were go-go dancers, like the go-go clubs. And you're like, oh, I didn't realize that there was a difference between go-go and go-go. until I got to Del State.
Until you came
and
to
I
DC.
met people from DC, and they were like, "Oh no, it's a go-go.
Right, but
I'm
you
like,
don't feel that. But you don't feel that the word. What I'm trying to get at is listen to like what I just said. The Telephone Man song and the other songs weren't overtly out loud. It wasn't like I said it. It was all a subliminal message. The song that you hear right now says exactly what they're doing. No song. When we had
we don't have brains anymore.
No filters.
That means that no, because when we were children, we used context clues and we used our brains and we had imaginations and we did things. Now our children are so dumb, stupid that they have to be told exactly what it is. We get no imagination. It's even on our television. We get none of that. It's exactly what it needs to be because they're trying to.
That's a little true.
We've been set up for. Listen, back in the day, they used to say that we've been, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, all that good stuff. Now, ain't nobody talking about anybody trying to set anybody up anymore. Why is that? Like, why is that? Because we're setting ourselves up. Now we turn the TV on and wake up to it in the morning. Like before anything happens in a good day, we turn the bullshit on to make sure that we put it back into our site before the day even starts. It's like, and then you want to know why it's called television programming. And we walking around here trying to figure out what's wrong with this and what's wrong with that. If we switch our programming, but then nobody want to hear just regular old stuff. Then you're dealing with littles. Lil, what you do? Lil, what you coming out with?
Well, I just feel like music used to be more. It used to be poetic in the same way. Like you used to hear a song, and it used to be more poetic. Like it would not tell you that's what you were doing. Like I remember as a child, who sing? Is it H-Town? Like body knocking, rocking the boots. Like you could sing the song and you didn't actually know everything that the song was saying. So our parents would be like, all right, we're not really going to say too much because we realize that if we emphasize it, it's going to make you realize.
Tell them what it is. They won't.
No, but I'm just giving a right. And Adrian's right on that. But I'm saying with the music now, they just put it straight out there. They're going to tell you exactly what it is. They're not going to give you can't dream it up. It ain't no picture to get there. They just put the sign up.
Bend it over, flat it out, spread it open, split it out.
Like you can't buy people albums sometimes. Like Miguel joined the P is Mine. Whew, Lord.
You can't.
You can't give him like his whole album is good, but ain't Quickie. You can't even let him listen to Quickie. Oh my goodness.
Huh. It's overly sexualized. There's no sensual to it. It's no. At least before in the music, it used to be like you cared about somebody's feelings. You actually wanted to be with them. There was more parts than just it being sexual. It was sensual. It was emotional. Like you listen to a Carl Thomas song, things like that. You knew what Summer Rain was. You knew what all these things were, but it just didn't it told a story. Like I need to be told a story in music. Even in rap music, you was told a story. There's no story anywhere. I mean, and I listen to all types of music.
My worst song. Have y'all heard the worst song? The worst song is "If You Let Me Come In, I'll Keep You." Y'all remember that song? If you let me come inside, I'll keep you satisfied tonight. If you want me, if you need me. Y'all remember that song? That joint is an old song.
I mean, right? I remember the song, but I figured since you were so into singing both parts, I figured I wanted you to sing it one more time.
Oh, no.
Right, because it's kind of jacking me up with singing the chorus.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's singing all of the parts. He got the man's part, the female part. He's singing the whole damn thing.
Ray Charles, sit down, Ray Charles.
I'm like, chick, we'll sing it again one more time, just because.
Okay, Ray. Okay, Ray. Just close your eyes and play the piano part too.
If you let me come inside, I'll keep you satisfied tonight. Cause tonight, babe, if you let me come inside, I'll keep you satisfied tonight.
Hilarious.
If it be that.
Just the whole thing for real.
That's what you did, because
I gave you one karaoke. Gave you the whole karaoke.
Bro, that's what you did.
But why? I need to know why. Now he's saying all the verses. Why is that the worst?
Because he really wanted to sing the song. That's
because I thought the song was oh my God when I heard it. I loved the song, but when I actually paid attention to it, I was like, oh my God, he's talking about coming inside her. Oh my God.
Okay, well wait. If that's the case, then what about that new one? The Throw Baby. Throw Baby.
Throw Baby is the new song. Like, that is the new song.
I'm thinking, I'm all right talking about some Go Baby. Go Baby. They're like, that is not saying Go Baby. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's saying Go Baby. They're like, no, that shit said Throw Baby. I'm like, oh, ew. Like, ew. I don't want to sing that.
God, you're making me hurt. That she thought it was Go Baby. See what I'm saying?
I'm singing it hard. Go Baby. I'm like, oh, this is cute. I like it.
And on the radio station, you're not paying attention to it either.
Because they are saying Go Baby on that radio station. See, they got us all the way set up.
That's the
you would never even hear. Yes, that's child.
Oh, so you're saying that they give you the radio version, and then you hear the real version and be like, what? No.
What?
Oh, I know a lot of songs like that. I know a lot of songs. I was the like, bad part.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait.
Like, what? I'm like,
no. She's not lying. The song is called Throat Baby, but they're singing in the background Go Baby. That's how they get you. That's how they get you thinking that they're never saying Throat Baby.
And then, but it's hard because then you got your babies on like 5-year-olds talking about them Go Baby, and somebody really hears the words, and then you're looking at them, and now you're like, do you even know what that's about?
It's both. It's like mixed in so that you can't tell. It's supposed to be subliminally, but I mean, it's terrible. I'm saying I have I have a hated song, so I mean that's up there with it. Like I have a hated song.
What's the hated song?
My hated song for me is Because of My Name. And it's
which one? Bust Down Tatiana?
Yes, I hate because people meet I meet people and they be like bust it down. And
I mean, I know that her name is Tatiana, and I know that that's what they say.
And let me tell you, like, it's real crazy because I had a student say it to me before. I literally had a guy talking to me and say it before, and I just walk off on him. Like he was trying to holler and he used it in a statement. I just walked off.
Oh, for real? He started rapping to you?
Right. When I told him my name, he was like, oh, bust it down, Tatiana. Just walked off. Like he was just, I didn't even argue. I didn't do nothing. I was entertaining for a second. And as soon as he did like the whole little dance with it and everything, I was like, he was like, I don't know what he looked like because I didn't turn around to look. Like that was it for me. That is mad disrespectful.
He was like, "Oh, bust down." That was bad when you didn't move.
You were supposed to do the whole bust down because you know you got a whole dance for that shit. Because you know when they say your name, it's like, "Oh, he said my name. He said my name."
I was
did his face get like,
bust it down? Like bust it down, Tatiana. Didn't say Tatiana, said Tatiana. I was like, oh, roll off.
Right.
That was it. I'm glad y'all thought it was funny because I didn't think it was funny at all. I was cussing Blueface out, like writing a letter.
You got me tearing up right now, actually, because That's
what I'm
actually
saying.
hilarious.
That's a real life experience. You know how horrible that is. Like he was like he the same age as I, maybe even older. He's too old to be doing that.
Play though, but
he was
that
probably
might
trying to
be
give
one
you a
of them.
shout out. Like that was probably like his way of. You know how like when people try to do something and they're just like so out of touch with what they're doing. That is just like, what the hell did you just do that for?
Brick. He shot his shot. And it was brick.
Brick. That's a good one. I like that. Brick. Or like you tried.
Is that the word you say, brick? Oh my god!
Yeah, well, you know that they shoot that. Hold on, I do that a lot. You shoot your shot.
Well, hey, my favorite word is free throw win games.
What?
Like when you miss a free throw, free throw win game.
If you count your 3 throws that you missed in a game, that's what you would have won.
I'm a bowler, and we say spares win games. So I understand what you mean.
Gotta hit your spare. You gotta hit your spare. You gotta hit that 10.
If anybody see this,
it got something like this.
Okay, that's cool. Well, anybody see this? I'm just trying to tell you, you get no play with that one. There's no play with that.
Brick.
I like that. Free throw win games, y'all. We should use that. So if it's somebody that don't know how to like talk to you correctly or something like that, you could be like free throw win games.
Yeah, but what if they already shoot? What if he like, I'm gonna shoot my shot and I just say brick? That's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh,
he just come up like, I'm about to shoot my shot. Brick.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, here you go for shooting the shot. They call me Kimbe Montambo.
No. Yo, I'm using that one.
Oh my goodness.
Let me like that. Hold on.
I can't believe y'all saying this right now.
Thank you, Miss Adrian. This is going to be really unpopular with the male opinion, but I am no.
My opinion, free throw win games is better because it come off better. Y'all brick and block is too harsh for me. That's too harsh.
I'm bringing 5.
Maybe mine sound good for a girl because she might not be able to understand that free throw win game.
Well, then she don't need to be playing the game.
I'm telling you, but Strat, I'm telling you, Mr. B, if you start that free throw win game shit with that smile, you gonna have a problem. Like, you know now.
For real?
Because first of all, you like free throw win games. Like
free
what?
Throw win games, girl.
Free throw win game and shooting your shot is 2 different things. One means that there was where
you giving them a chance to shoot free throws.
Free throws is a thing, but shooting your shot is you in the middle of the game, you don't have no stop, and you just shoot it, and it's a brick. That's 2 different types.
Miss A, that mean I got fouled.
You got fouled. If you shooting a free throw, you got a foul.
Oh my God.
That means a second chance. You had a second chance.
I like that.
So your free throws win games is second chance.
Like foul, you be like foul.
Free throw win games.
Free throw win games now. You got.
I think Adrian is on the same team though. You got to shoot the shot in order to get fouled.
Wait a minute, baby. Hey, you got to shoot the shot.
Free throw win games. 2 shots. I like that. You know what?
2 shots.
That's our patent right now. We got block. Brick for somebody that shoot they shot and foul free throw win games. You got You got 2 shots.
So when people mess you up and people get you wrong and they do you dirty, don't get upset automatically because you know you still got you free throw win games, baby.
Free throw win games. You got 2 shots.
Before you go to blow your gasket, remember free throw win games. And if you ain't got the cool, you gonna fuck the line up. So you gotta stay cool. Cause you know if you get up there, you know how they be lying. You know how when they used to say the ball never lies.
Yeah.
When somebody be trying, when they be trying, and then they miss the shot, they be like the ball never lies. Like you wasn't supposed to get that shot.
You wasn't supposed to get that shot anyway.
No, but you ain't prepare yourself. You already knew.
When you wasn't supposed to have the foul, and you listen, you be like, that's why you wasn't supposed to have it anyway.
You wasn't supposed to get it in the first place.
Oh, you know what? I ain't in a relationship. If a girl miss it, if she miss it, she ain't even know she fouled. She ain't even know she fouled. She didn't even know she could shoot her shot. she could take some shots, but she ain't even know she fouled.
Nah, so but she's talking about after able to you. Take two. She's saying after you've been fouled, you go to
because that's when you get to take
missed it. She was like, you wasn't supposed to have it anyway.
Right.
That's what she's saying. Listen to what she's saying. She's saying you get fouled, you getting a chance to do it 2 more, and then you miss it. That's you wasn't supposed to have that chance anyway.
That meant you shitted on your own self. Get up out of that game. Keep it moving. I mean, you want to take basketball that you want to take them and make them be something that you can use counterly throughout everything that you do.
Relatable.
And you know what I mean? And that's what you want to do. That's the kind of stuff. Like, that's what we do in Surviving Tough Times. It's all about just the concept of how are you going to make it over?
Right. And since how you going to make it through you in the finals. You can say that too. You be like, you in the finals.
Baby. And you know what they say? Ain't it best out of 7? 7 ain't the best out of 7?
It's out of 7.
Out of 7.
So you got to keep going and you got to keep shooting your shot. Now the problem is,
well, that means you're giving a lot of chances. But if you're in the finals, though, Miss Adrian, you are giving a lot of chances in the finals. Well, you're in the final round.
Let me go there. No, let me go there because I'm coming from Philly.
Okay, go ahead. Let me hear what you guys say with the finals.
I'm coming from Philly, so let me just talk about Ben Simmons for a second.
Oh no,
I got mute for you.
I think I had to get that out
for thought process.
Let me do that, man. Like that man.
Ben Simmons
first playoff.
Hey, shot a shot, and he got a lot of bricks. Yo, the one report was so bad for Ben.
One for what?
That they said like the news reporter the next day. The news reporter said that Ben Simmons made his own condominium.
How many? He said 1 for 40.
They said that he built his own condominium because he was throwing so many bricks the night before.
Oh my God!
He built his own fortress. I said, "Damn, Ben, what happened?"
Yo,
but
why we were like just Ben Simmons, he scored a lot of points before that, though.
Yeah, but when you're in the finals, it becomes different. It doesn't matter what you did before. Okay, it's like, you know, when you're in first place and you win the pennant or whatever the case may be, and then you get to the first game in the playoffs and you lose. You do know that means you celebrated too fast.
Too early.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was supposed to be just a little win. It wasn't supposed to be a big win.
So you're saying
like,
Philly,
you know what I mean?
Celebrated too
Especially
early?
in Philly. Well, no, I'm not going to say that because I think Philly just was doing their thing. I'm not a basketball person, so I can't really talk about basketball. But I can talk about the first year that Phillies won the pennant, and they went like the next week and had to play in the World Series, and just completely bombed, like they never even showed up. That was because they were so excited from winning the pennant that it was like they had cheered. You might as well just had the damn parade. The hell with the new game. The hell with the other game, because they were already winners. So when it came down to playing the next game, the one that really counted, they were not even in the building. They was already in Disneyland or wherever the hell that was. Because that was so bad. And I was like, okay, I learned
You're
something.
a Philly fan. Y'all really into when Philly don't win. Philly don't win a lot. So it happens.
That's why when Philly does win, it's monumental,
y'all
baby.
Too much with it. Y'all, I mean, I can't even lie to y'all. When the Capitals won, and I was working a security guard joint, you know how I'm at the National Portrait Gallery.
Listen to what you're about to say and put your hat down.
Out of the ground.
Put your hat down first.
Like it was the trophy.
Put your hat down before you start talking about any of this stuff, so we know where you're coming from.
Oh,
come on! Put it in the camera too.
Right.
Put it in the camera shot so they understand how you
move real close. How you feel about this?
Real close. Yeah. Like, matter of fact, you can't even have no feathers on that thing no more. It's just a W, huh? They done took it all from you.
So y'all talking about my team?
Hey, you talking about Philly real quick? He's like, she coming for you.
I'm just saying, you over there talking about Philly real strong. So
now y'all want to go on teams. Hold up.
What team are you talking about? What? Oh, wait. The state? Wait. All the way over there on the other side?
I'm going to let you talk.
Wait. That W said, wow, what? Washington. Oh, the Washington over there by Ohio, like by Idaho.
No, Washington,
over there
D.C.,
in California.
the District
Washington,
of Columbia.
What? Oh, District. Oh, so y'all should change your name to the District of Columbia team. Because Washington is already taken.
They already got DC United.
Look, Washington is already taken. So they started with the Redskins. Down, they coming.
And I don't think they should have got rid of the Redskins personally. Because the native Indian is not the native of this country.
But you know, that is another situation.
Well, they just own up to it and stop doing that type of stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say,
that would mean they'd have to do a lot of things.
And they
own up to it. Just own up to what the real national life of the human species of the melanated skinned people. You try to create categories, and that category is not the right category it should be in. You can't nationalize somebody as this is their country and then try to take it away on a football team. I mean, technically, the Redskins and Cowboys and Indians take the Cowboys away. They was killing. Technically, the Indians was helping the Cowboys collect slaves, but we're not going to talk about that either. But
I mean, that's just a situation. That's situation.
We're not going to talk about that because simple fact, the Redskins should still be the Redskins because they are not natives of this country. That's all I got to say about it. That's all I'm saying. It's just an emblem. It's just a symbol.
No, I think what's going on is we need to really talk about that kind of stuff and not try to scapegoat and say that we fixing something by changing emblems because we don't want to be racially incorrect.
Changing the name doesn't do anything.
Like changing the name
it doesn't make a difference.
Changing the name, making stuff
taking a rag off of Aunt Jemima pancake syrup don't make it better. You know what I mean? You changing her name and giving her a name. Now that she's Aunt Jamie, don't mean that y'all done took all of it back to the day.
No, that's all they're doing.
It's something culturally now that we're doing. Right. Like, come on, people.
They're not doing
that's
anything.
The problem. Right, that's the problem. Put the Redskins back so to let the people play and have real conversations about coming in and taking people's land away. And the fact that we don't have to do that. The hell with the game. Put the damn. Like, remember they did it with the A's. I never forget. They did it with the Oakland A's. Remember the Oakland A's did the Tomahawk.
No, that's the Braves. They still got the Braves.
No, but they had the Tomahawk. The A that was there. That was
she's saying the Tomahawk was their
Chief. It was the Chief, and we used to be
They all use the same song, Stray, but what she's saying is they actually had a different. They weren't allowed to do it anymore. It wasn't beneficial to one team at a time. It used to be multiple teams did it.
Right.
But they actually had.
They've gotten rid of all of them.
When I went to a Florida State game, they had the dude on a horse with a spear and feathers and fire, and then he threw the fire into the ground, and that was the Florida State symbol.
But that's the mascot, and so it's different because. Like I tell people all the time, when I went to high school, my mascot was a life-size man on a life-size horse with a damn sheet on his head.
Mine wasn't.
And they called him the Galloping Ghost. Real rap. Swear to God. And we were the Galloping Ghost. But yes, you have this symbol. You know how you have this symbol?
That was how the pep rallies went. Galloping Ghost.
We were the Galloping Ghost. And we still we were the Galloping Ghost. But if you think about where I grew up, it was very, 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 very predominantly white. My neighbors burned crosses when Black people moved into the neighborhood. So for our mascot to be the Galloping Ghost, growing up, at first you're not even paying attention to it until people start to and I remember the day that the person stopped my parents. Like we were at a game and they flattened my mom's tire. Right? And they were so upset. Like they were doing all this stuff because she had it looks like the Klan on the car. It's just it's like, you go to the school and you're like a proud parent of this. And so they had the ghost the ghost was on the tag. But we were at like a Black school. And someone thought that it was like the Klan. Like you know, like she had the KKK man on the car, so they flattened the tires, everything.
Oh my God.
When we got to the car, and she was like, the guy that came out, he was like, wow, I apologize, da 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 da. And my mom was like, and they really thought that we were, you know, they thought we were white people, and we had the Klan on our tag, and they weren't having that shit in their parking lot.
So we
they were not having it in their parking lot. So, as all y'all be asking me about racial things and stuff, and I always be like, well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. That was one, because my mom just reminded me of it, and I was like, Mom, do you remember that? She said, but I do. And she said, I'm kind of glad.
Do you think you blocked out stuff that was racial when you were younger because of where you was at? Like, because of where you lived at?
No, but I would say that it wasn't given to me like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It wasn't given to me like that. I was never treated, I was never told the less than story. I don't have a less than story. I wasn't allowed. And if somebody gave you the less than story, the first thing we did when we went home and start that less than shit, she fixed that real quick. Mm-hmm. Oh no. That's why it's like they could have been dead wrong. And I would have never known it because of the way that it was and the way that it was. So that's why I say, but I bless God for it today, because when people tell me that the shit ain't happening, I look at them and be like, I grew up like this. It does happen. I live like this every day. You might not understand it, but just give me 5 minutes. Come into my world for 5 minutes and you'll see that it works. And I mean that because I tell people all the time, it ain't about us. It's about our children. It really is. And if you go to the damn store and have to leave your kid in the waiting room, and I go to the store and I have to leave my kid in the waiting room, when we are doing our shopping, our children should be in that waiting room working it out together. If they're not, then we are failing them as parents. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad that I grew up in that area, because the people that tell me that it's not happening and it just doesn't happen, it does happen. Because those same people, like I said the other day in my keynote, when you drive past my street, it says no place for hate, like on every corner. But those are the people that burnt the crosses. Shit, if you go through it, the lady that went to the Supreme Court to get God out of the school, she was from Abington, Pennsylvania.
For real?
Yes. She was mad because we had Black people in school and they were singing and doing all that stuff. We were having choir rehearsal and, you know, and they did not want that going on in their schools.
She ain't want no choir rehearsal. She ain't trying to have that.
But it wasn't even in school, but they made it so the point that the teachers weren't allowed to facilitate it. Got me? So it was like, I remember that. Like, I didn't know what was really going on, like the big dynamic of it. But I remember when my music teacher was like, well, I'm not going to be able to be here, but y'all are going to be able to practice. I just have to leave. And we were like, well, I don't know. But because he was the teacher, he wasn't allowed to be there. So it didn't look like he was facilitating the prayer and the song.
Oh,
but
they I got you.
We were still able to meet. Right.
I got you. I know how it go.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got to do then.
This is my next global question to you ladies. You know, in the unpopular opinion, I always got these questions. So my next question would be, what's the best habits that you can actually have? What's a good habit? What's the best habits that you can have? You know what I mean? You understand? I don't know how I want to even word it. I want to word it about what's the best habit or routine that you can actually pick up. You know what I mean? Is there some, like me, I have a couple of routines, like every day I'm trying to accomplish finishing all of the stuff to the book. So I have a routine every day. I also have a routine of getting somebody asked me to do something, to get that totally done, to do something else. So I have a total routine of getting things particularly done. Like right now, I'm just packing up all my clothes, like throwing out all of the old ones, stuff I ain't never worn, just throw that joint away. Because I'm going to be leaving no matter how I feel, what I do, what's going to happen. I just know I am. So just automatically about to just start anew. Like that's just how I feel. So as I feel as though I'm going to start anew, I gotta prepare my equipment to for the haul, for the long haul. So that's what my mentality is, and that's how I'm thinking. You have to build within yourself of what's your best habits to make you great. And my best habit right now is to challenge myself to, no matter what I'm doing, is to make it better and better and better and give it my all. Like I'm challenging myself to, no matter what it is to do, is exactly how it's going to be done to the T. Once it's done to the T, I made sure that I gave it my all. So the outcome is going, the algorithms will be that the outcome is going to be the best outcome that I knew that I put my effort into it. So I've really been happy with a lot of the things I'm doing. But one thing I have to always put down, like I have these little stickies on my wall, these little stickies. I have to be like, finish. This is my now word of the day is, no matter what I start at this point, it's to finish. So we have to always finish what we're doing. So I want to ask one or two, both of you ladies, exactly what is yours? What is your greatest one? What's your best one? Miss Tatiana, let me ask you about that. What is your best habit or routine?
My best habit is writing something down. Like the idea, the thought, no matter what it is, because I'll have multiple thoughts during the day and I feel like I'll lose them. So my best habit is probably that, because it does keep me on track for if I already have a routine. But if I want to add something into that routine, I could go back and look at the day and it'll be like, oh, you had this thought or that thought, or you wanted to do this, and I could just easily add it in because it's actually written down. When it's a thought in your mind, I always think like it's nothing. Like it's just a thought. It's not an idea. It's not a plan. It's not anything until you write it down. So that's my best habit. Because I do have stickies like on my everywhere. In my bathroom and a couple other places. I don't know. My best routine is a little bit different than everybody else. I do have a cleaning routine for the house. It's like 20 minutes of cleaning everywhere a day, so you don't end up doing like Saturday morning cleaning. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I hated Saturday morning cleaning. Like that whole getting out of bed, music loud, grandparents' aunt house, that used to piss me off. So I try to do 20 minutes of cleaning a day so that I don't end up doing it at the end of the week. And I do one load of laundry every day between my mother and I. So I try to keep it simple. That's the routine. There's like kitchen Monday, bathroom Tuesday, dining room this day, vacuuming every day. But you know what I mean? Like, so you only end up cleaning 20 minutes a day. And that's pretty much it. Keep it simple.
So you got a good cleaning habit and a good self-care habit.
Right. Like self-care is the same way. Self-care, like doing my hair is like Sundays to be ready for the week. You know, if it's like, you know, I'm shaving or doing my own pedicure, manicure, or whatever, that's another day. Face care is a different day because you can't do it every day. So yeah, same way with that. It's written down that way too.
Oh, nice. I like that. That's a pretty good natural way to, you know, come up with some.
You can't do it all on one habits. Day. You cannot do all of your, well, for female, maybe Miss A can back me up on this. You cannot do all your stuff in one day. You cannot do your nails, your hair, everything all in one day. It's not happening. Every single time, you cannot do it. It's not happening.
What about you, Miss A? What is your common understanding to how you feel about your best habits, or you know what I'm saying, your best practice, you know?
Staying positive. Looking, I have like this, the sun will come out tomorrow type of a vibe, regardless of what it is. I try to make it a habit to taking any and every situation and finding God in it. Like the why is this happening? Is this here to help me? Is this here to build me? Is this, you know what I mean? Is this here to mold me? Am I supposed to be learning from this? Or, like instead of being dealt in the situation where it's like a woe is me or this is happening to me, I'm trying to go deeper in it so that you can understand why you're going through what it is. And I would say that I think that the like a morning, like what you do in your morning is important. Like your morning routine. Like so it's almost like what Tatiana's saying, but it's just like whatever. Like I'm a person that knows that I need to get myself together before I can like deal with people. So I know that there's like things I need to do. Like I have my little morning talk with God, like before any of that. I have to take my medicine. I'm a smoker, so I gotta sit down, I gotta smoke, I gotta get things together. You know what I mean? Let's figure out what's going on and then look at the things and say, okay, this is how we're gonna attack them today, and then go about it. I mean, that's the routine. Now, does the day usually go and something else might happen? That's what usually ends up happening in my world. But because of the fact that I live off of the first one, like I said, finding the God in the moment, it may take me off to another thing. However, as long as you've got the optimistic in your mind that it's all going to be good, everything is good, everything is perfect type of a thing, and you just got to find out the why and keep moving with it. And I also do something called 20-20-20 and add some fives. It's called 20-20-20, add some fives. Basically, if I started with the MS, so I couldn't walk and everything, so I had to like regain everything and all my strength. So I used to do 25 crunches, 25 squats, and 25 arm circles. And then before you know it, my 25 arm circles became 100 one day because I did 25 forward, 25 backwards, 25 across, and 25 lifts. And I realized that was 100. And so now I take my 20-20-20 plus some fives. And now I do 4 sets of 25. I do squats, I do sit-ups, and I do the circles. And I just started doing like push-ups off of things. I've gotten the 2 sets of 25, but it's like my routine now. So it's like my form of exercise of, if I don't do anything else that day, I did my lifts, I did my squats. So.
See, I don't really like to go in on talking about my health and all that, but Miss Adrian, you just said something today. Today, the little kids went out to the playground and they got on the monkey bars, and one little girl, she went across and laughed at me like, ha, ha, ha. I was like, why are you laughing at me? She's like, I bet you can't do it. I started laughing. I was like, whatever. And she was like, I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't. And I was like, oh, so you challenging me? So I got on the monkey bars, right? And I went on there and I went forward. Then I turned around and went back, and then I turned around again and went back towards her. She was like, "Oh my God, but you can't do it with your feet straight." I was like, "I'm big, like come on. Oh, you try to." So the little kid was really like over competitive, but just the natural strength that I actually have is I actually do go to the playground, do 25 push-ups, and then I go on these like different bars and I swing, do a pull-up, swing, do 2 pull-ups, swing, two pull-ups, and then swing, and try to keep that regimen going all the way till I make it across. One day I'll actually show you my little playground regimen, but I go to the playground and get on the monkey bars to work on my upper body strength, to work on my abs. I also eat very healthy, where I grow tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. These are just the basic stuff that I grow every year during the summer, just to chew. I also make lettuce. There's a lot of things that I do at home where I just make my own remedies on healing my body differently from other people. Like I don't choose to eat the same amounts of foods and eat the same. Like I make my own type of pizza, but I also make my own tomato sauce. Like it's nowhere in the world I'm gonna eat regular tomato sauce ever again because I can do my own things, you know what I'm saying? It's just a basic way of life instead of always relying on what we call the American way. The American way is my way, not their way. So that's how I choose to be healthy about my life. And I want you ladies to also choose the same path on just thinking about things not being so naturally commercialized as in going to a store, but to grow these things without anybody else helping you is the better way. Sometimes it's harder to get the natural nutrients out of life unless you actually grow things within yourself. So as I'm growing and building, I want you guys to know that's where I want to talk about the next part. Where I'm definitely going to talk to Miss Adrian about, a couple of ways I really want to understand about surviving. And the most cost and the most effective way to survive in America, Miss Adrian, misunderstood. This is one thing I really want to ask you because America, as we about to close, America is different. They say it's the land of the free. So I want to really, you got surviving tough times. You're living your life the way you're living it. I want to know what's the best way and the most cost effective way to survive in America. I know you're a part of, Mexit News and you're a part of understanding finances and how you build the finances, but how can you really survive even when you have nothing, Miss Adrian? How can you survive?
You gotta have the mindset to know that you're gonna make it. You're gonna have to be able to see yourself through where you are and know that even in the midst of where you are, it's okay. Now, a lot of people have an issue because they're looking for money. And if you have money in your pocket and you think that your money is defining who you are, unfortunately, what happens is if you don't have that money, you might lose the value of who you have become. That becomes an extremely very tough time for a lot of people. So the person that doesn't have the money, to me, has a better time surviving in a tough time because they've learned how to survive and appreciate the breath that they're breathing, appreciate the people that they come in contact with on a daily basis. If they have to go to a soup kitchen, they start to appreciate the people and the lives that are in the shelter, in the soup kitchen. Like, so it becomes a different way of life. You're not walking into a building and getting respect because you have the $20 that they know that you're going to tip them, but you know that they're coming to you because you have 20 seconds worth of a moment that's going to send someone to the next. Okay, I'm all right. This is fine. I know this just happened, but it's all right. I can still go. My encouragement is still there. Like, when you look at money, when I look at money, if you're talking to me about money, I want to know about money at 3:00 in the morning when the fire department is banging on the door and they're saying, fire department, you got to get out. That is the money that helps you through your surviving tough times. Did that make sense? So it's not the money in your bank. It's not the money on your Mac machine that you can go and get. It's not that kind of stuff. The things that help you in your surviving tough times would be something that happens. I'm telling you, bro, if you can't grab it at 3 in the morning and they telling you got to get out of there, you don't have it. Because everything else that we work for and stuff, we would have to go get. But that is not what your tough times about. That's how you just living in time. But to survive a tough time, it's like when you have nothing and all you can do is like what they say when you're on the bottom and all you can do is look up. It's like you kind of focus because you don't really have to worry about everything else that's going on this side and that side because you're at the bottom. Everything is low. The only place you can do is look up. So you get a tunnel because of the fact that you're so low in it. But I believe, like I said, you can have $100 in your pocket and be great. But talk to me when you have $1 and still be that same person. That is surviving tough times. That's how I look at it. I hope that answers your question. Look, I hope that answered your question.
No, I do. I like that. I actually do like that. I do. I really do. Miss Tatiana, can you go ahead and tell me the best way you can survive America right now? Through, what's the cost and most effective way?
When you say cost, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. As far as when I think about the cost is using what you already have, it kind of goes off of what she's saying. Using what you have to get where you are. Wealth is not always a monetary thing. It may be your mind, it may be your spirit, it may be your your motivation that you have to actually do something, and you have to be able to use that in place of or in lieu of money if it's not there. Like, you got to get up in the morning, you got to get to work, you have no ride, you still have feet, so you can still walk to get there. In school, you may not like have the internet. Like, we didn't have internet when we were younger, but we still found a way to get to the library to get the same information that kids are getting now. So if you're here in America, that may so that you know what I mean, figure out, like, budget your money or like budget your time. It's the same thing, going to survive. So you might not be able to spend the time that you were spending before. You might need to use that towards something else to get yourself through, because not everything is always going to be a money issue. And it may not always, the money may not always come for you. The money may never come. You're like getting money, but that doesn't mean it's going to solve the issue. It may never come, or when you get it, it goes right out the door. So what do you do now? You paid your bills, all your bills is paid, you still don't have no money, you still got to eat. So how are you going to do it? I just think that as far as when we speak about wealth, we don't need to just think of it in a money sense. In order to get through America, there's other things that are available to you and equipped to make you get through and do it otherwise. Does that make sense? So when she says, I feel the sense of urgency, you need to use the other venues that you have in order to make it. It's not always just money that's going to make it there for you. Sometimes it might be cutting coupons. Sometimes it might be doing extra yard work. Sometimes it might be making stuff yourself instead of buying it. All of those things come to mind when I think about, the cost of being in America. So that's something that I think about, all the time, because I didn't always have money or won't always have it either.
You know what? I really, 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 really do like exactly what you're saying. It's a great understanding how we build equity and cost, but the most effective way, you don't really want to say it. It's not really about the money aspect. It's actually about the people that you're around that will help you build your brand, help you build the surroundings, build your family, build your friends. It's really your friend base, your family base. Like, who do you feel as though it's a family to you, or acquaintance, or you really gotta like have a category of who is going to help you build who you are as a person. It doesn't even put you through, the mental health side of it. Who can get you through? Most people have a relationship where they pick a spouse, or some people actually have parents that can help them. But the ones that have themselves, I just think you need to build off of who you are and make yourself the best part of finding a family within who you are. Like, don't just give up on just be a loner. You know, find people that can make you better, assist your mind. Don't give yourself all of the answers. Let somebody else help you go through, the trials and tribulations that you're giving yourself. Build yourself up. I really want to talk about the mental health side of America and how we can effectively, move through a lot of things. I sent something to Tatiana earlier. I wanted to see whether it was a Karen moment or a mental health moment. And maybe tonight we'll talk about that after, but tonight has been a more understanding of what we can build on America and how we can build each other's understanding of how much friends we are. You ladies have actually, changed a different aspect of the unpopular opinion. You guys are really technically my friends more than anything. I want y'all to know that I didn't see you misunderstood earlier. When I, maybe through the week when my best friend came down for my B-day, but I was, me and Miss Tatiana, we was trying to see you. You know what I'm saying? She came down. She was doing her unpopular opinion at some hotel or whatever. I met up with her. We came down to go see Puerto Rico. That's when we thought we was gonna see you. It was all in the
How
same
did y'all
thing.
think y'all was seeing somebody and y'all ain't tell nobody?
What you mean? We came to see Puerto Rico.
I didn't know nothing about it.
I
Nobody
ain't
knew
know
that I
either.
was
I
coming
ain't
on the
know either.
highway.
It was all.
It was.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Ain't
happened
nobody
so
saying
fast.
it's
I
the
didn't even wait.
highway.
It happened so quick because I went to go see
As a
family. I
family, it
went to
happened so
go
fast. I didn't
right.
even know Tatiana made my B-day like off the chain just by being able to go see Puerto Rico.
Well,
See
I
what
was
I'm
in the
saying?
same
And then
vibe
we thought we
because
was
we
gonna see
ended up in
Surviving
the
Tough
same city.
Times. I thought I was about to get the mastermind. Cause you know what? I still ain't get my book signed, but I had my book with me.
Shut up. But I didn't know you were there. I missed you because I came the day after you. They said
I
that you
know,
were there.
but she said she
They
was
said
trying
you
to
was
get you to
there.
come like while
But
we
I
was
was
there.
there. I was there. I was somewhere. I was in the city. I was in the
And
city. Y'all could have hit you. But
I
see,
could
that's what
tell that
friends
we
really do to
family. So
y'all.
no matter
There
what,
you go, friends and family. There's a difference. Yeah, because
it
you know how
it
family
is
do to
because
you.
I know Miss A. I know you since the '90s. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know you for a long ass time. I mean, even when I first met
Mhm.
you, I thought you was gonna punch everybody that stepped in front of your face. Thought you was gonna knock them out, but luckily you looked at us to knock them out, and we was the ones to tell you like, you need to calm down for a second. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, Miss Tatiana, it's just weird how we all are interacting, and it's cool the way we got it. You know what I'm saying? So as the unpopular opinion is going to come to a close, before I like to say I am Mr. B, I have a business, which is a virtual musical business. And the musical business comes from music is taking our steps one note at a time. And technically, I'm going to see where this music is going to go. I'm going to see where my life is going to go. I'm going to see where the unpopular opinion is going to go. But I'm going to make sure I'm going to do it to the best of my ability and see where we're going to go with this. You know what I'm saying? Because I do see a benefit in just having you ladies in my life at this point in time. So, as I want to say, misunderstood, go ahead and talk a little bit about your business and just tell them a little bit about yourself, just real quick, and we'll end it with Miss Tatiana and me.
All right. Well, my name is Misunderstood Adrian. I am the CEO and the founder of a company called IMA Industry. We are the culture and climate specialists. Now, what I want to do and what we will do is we are just giving the ability to process, talk about some stuff. Whatever is going on in your life, your company, your situation, or your organization, and it's a problem. I'm offering an ear. I'm not helping you to fix it because I know that you can fix it, but I am a resource so that you can hear and so that you can hear what it sounds like to be heard. If you if you haven't already noticed, we've been talking about surviving a tough time. This is Surviving Tough Times on your March Get Set Go. This is a 30-day journey within you and the rest of the world will get an opportunity to put your thoughts on the paper. When we come together, your thoughts, my thoughts, become our thoughts, and we will then be able to march together or begin to march together, because this is going to be something that's going to take us all. And as we do it, our babies will be blessed. I'm just checking. It's like no, but if you're looking for me, I guess www.misunderstooda.com. That's www.misunderstooda.com.
All right, my name is Tatiana Sita Amor. I am the owner of Amor Blue. I make waist beads, customized jewelry. I am an art creator and preserver, and also a seamstress. All of my pieces are a one of a kind, unique, and made for the individual who is buying them. I can be found on Facebook, Etsy, and Instagram, all under Amor Blue. That's AMORBLUE. And there you will be able to find all of my designs and bracelets and jewelry. Please support, and thank you for having me on The Unpopular Opinion.
I just want to say thank you so much, ladies. It's actually been a kind of a unexpected thing that you guys are like my number one. Like, there's no topping, ladies. You know, I love your opinionated theories, your understanding of how you are entrepreneur sisters. You know what I'm saying, Miss Adrian? Your book is like that. It's like that. Keep working that book. Keep working it. Surviving tough times. You know what I mean, Miss Amor, Miss Tatiana, Miss Amor Blue. I love the bracelet, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of them. But this one, I actually like this one because it's really more me, you know what I'm saying? It's just a natural feel and a natural, vibe with the bracelet. So I like more natural. I barely wear any watches, so I don't care about the time. I can barely care about the day. If I didn't have to work, trying to tell y'all, I wouldn't even care or consider time in my life. I would just know when the sun went up and the sun went down, and that is it. Like, oh, the sun's going down. Can care less. Like, if me, I don't even care about the time of sleep. If I controlled it, if I didn't have to go to sleep to go to work the next day, I wouldn't go to sleep. I would stay up until the crack of dawn, fall asleep probably like midday, wake up like midday, and start my whole day over again. Like a good 12 to 2. All I need is a good 12 to 2, 12 to 4. You know what I'm saying? After lunch, eat some lunch and be good, like, for the rest of the day. Like, it's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird how I would want life. I think I could really challenge myself on getting the things that I truly want, so I could just be up all night, all day. Like, I can get so much done. I can draw a whole masterpiece in 3 days without sleeping. Like, you wouldn't even believe me, but I'm trying to tell. And I wouldn't even know that I forgot about the days unless the sun went up and down. I'd be like, oh my God, the sun went down. I think I might have to go to sleep because I didn't go to sleep yesterday drawing this picture. That's how I would be thinking. So as a musician, if time waits for nobody, but I wish I didn't have to worry about time of day, I'm telling you, I want that life. I want the life of never caring about what time I have, what time I have to think. I don't want to even have to think about that. I want to have to think about other things other than what day it is, what time it is, because I want everything to be my time. So as I say that, I just want you guys to understand that, I believe that we are great. And by the ATS giving us this platform, I want to say thank you to ATS. Thank you to Antonio T. Smith Jr. for giving us this platform. And as I say, This has been the unpopular opinion, and it's nothing greater than these ladies. My two. Hey. Foul. Free throw win games.
Brick.
Oh, block and brick after shooting your shot. So shoot your shot. We might have to talk about that with the other ladies on shooting your shot. Oh, block. No. It's going to be a great topic on the unpopular opinion. Oh, my goodness. Hey, foul. Free throw win games. Hey, you got two. I like that, John. I really do. So have a good one. And just let me ask you on the unpopular opinion. Have a good one.